Welcome to the Australian Citizenship Test channel. In today's session, we'll be starting our reading series. We'll begin with chapter 4, which is particularly crucial as all the 5 questions from this chapter must be answered correctly. We'll read the chapter in sections. We'll take important notes along the way. Additionally, we will engage in the question and answer exercises related to this topic. I trust that this session will be highly beneficial for your test preparation. So this is chapter 4, page 34. So Australian values based on freedom, respect, fairness and equality of opportunity are central to our community remaining a secure, prosperous and peaceful place to live. Our values define and shape our country, and they are the reason why so many people want to become Australian citizens. Australian citizenship is about living out these values in your everyday life and in your local community. It's therefore very important that you understand the values that all Australian people are expected to respect, share, and uphold. So let's grab the notes. So the main point is freedom, respect, fairness, and equality are all essential to Australian society. The second point is they contribute to a secure, prosperous and peaceful community. They means these values. So these values attract people to become Australian citizens. So these are the main 3 notes. Let's check the questions now. Which values are considered central to Australian society? The answer is A. Freedom, respect, fairness and equality. Question number 2. What role do Australian values play in shaping the country? The answer is B. They define the character and direction of the country. Question 3. Why do many people aspire to become Australian citizens? The answer is to experience a secure, prosperous and peaceful environment. Question 4. How Australian citizens embody these values? The answer is by upholding freedom and respect for all individuals. Question number 5. Why is it important for all the Australians to understand and uphold these values? The answer is to maintain a cohesive and inclusive society. So let's go to the next portion. Commitment to the rule of law. So all Australians are protected by our laws and legal systems. Australians recognize the importance of law in maintaining a peaceful and orderly society. Under the rule of law, all Australians are equal in relation to the law and no person or group is above the law. In Australia, everybody should obey the law and not break it at any time. Otherwise, you will face penalties. You should follow the law even if no one is watching. Australian laws apply to all people in Australia. This means, regardless of your background or culture, you must follow the Australian laws. So, now let's take some notes. So, the rule of the law: all the Australians are equal before the law. No person or group is above the law. Obeying the law is crucial even when unobserved. Australian laws apply to everyone regardless of their background or culture. So these are the important points from this portion. So let's have a look at the questions. Question 1. What is the purpose of laws in maintaining a peaceful society? Answer: to maintain order and promote fairness. Question 2. Under the rule of law, are all Australians equal in relation to the law? Answer: yes. Question 3. What are the consequences of breaking the law in Australia? Answer: B. Penalties and legal action. Question 4. Should individuals follow the law only when they are being watched? Answer B. No. Question 5. Do Australian laws apply to all people regardless of their background or culture? Answer is A. Yes. Question 6. Who is above the law in Australia? Answer is no person or group is above the law. Question 7. Are individuals protected by Australian laws and legal system? Answer is A. Yes. Question 8. Why is it important for all the individuals to obey the law in Australia? The answer is B. To maintain a peaceful and orderly society. Let's read the next portion. Parliamentary democracy. Australian system of government is a parliamentary democracy. Our laws are determined by parliaments elected by the people. This means that Australian citizens are involved in how the country is governed. The power of the government comes from the Australian people because Australian citizens vote for the people to represent them in parliament. Voting is compulsory in Australia. This shows the importance of participating in elections. Let's grab some notes. So this portion is split into two. One is parliamentary democracy and another is compulsory voting. So let's see the notes for parliamentary democracy. Australia's system of government is a parliamentary democracy. So the laws are made by elected parliaments, and Australian citizens actively participate in governance. So the power is derived from the people through voting. So these are the main points, and let's see the compulsory voting notes. So voting is mandatory in Australia. It emphasizes citizen participation in elections. By voting, citizens have a say in government and policies. So let's practice some questions on this portion. Question 1. What type of government does Australia have? The answer is B. Parliamentary democracy. Question 2. Who determines the laws in Australia? The answer is parliaments elected by the people. Question 3. How are Australian citizens involved in the country's governance? The answer is A. Through voting for representatives. Question number 4. Where does the power of the government in Australia come from? Answer is B. Australian people. Question number 5. What do Australian citizens do to participate in the democratic process? The answer is B. Vote in elections. Is voting compulsory in Australia? The answer is yes. Question 7. What does compulsory voting in Australia indicate? The answer is B. Importance of citizen participation. Question 8. How do Australian citizens choose their representatives? The answer is by voting in elections. With this, we have covered today's portion, page 34 of chapter 4. Now, please go to the playlist and attend the question which is highlighted in this picture. So that will cover all the portion what we have already read today. So all the best for your test. See you in the next reading series.